勝負だ。行くぞ。サザンクロスナイフ発射。スクラウンドスカ
ー。ヤさん、貴様のような奴を許すわけにはいかない。ビームコンフューズ。
いい気になるなよゼータ。
地球には行かせない、絶対に。ホーミングレーザこれだから肉の体にとらわれた連中は近接攻撃を選択。落ちなさいよ。メモリが、私のメモリが減らされる。
体にまとわりつく敵、奴からか。行け。これ以上のダメージは致命傷になる。やらなければやられる。もうダメだ。
機械が勝手に動いたんだ。
どいてもらおうぜ、軍人さん。こいつは痛いぜ。受け取れ。死ぬかよ、死ぬかよ。
平和を脅かす犯罪者は私が相手になる。今だかい、撃て。シブラーディー。もうダメだ。ロボットを捨てるしかない。
今はこんな戦争をやってる場合じゃないって分かれ。このビームサーベルで真っ二つにしてやる。くらえ。
もう限界だ。脱出装置を。
そのフィールドごと打ち抜く。距離を詰める。これでこんな結末なのかよ。行くぞゾン他にいくらでもやり方はあるはずだ。いけるか。もう限界だ。脱出装置を。
Hey there, Shrine Riders! Hello, and welcome to the Fox Shrine. I'm Araxis, your host, and tonight we're going to be playing some more Super Robot Wars T! Hey there, Kuro. Hey, Ada. Welcome. Hope you're all doing alright. I'm doing pretty good. Aside from having watched the latest episode of Nocia, and looking forward to some more Super Robot Wars. So, without further ado, let's get into the game, shall we? Alright, so, where last we left off, we had to deal with these guys over here. So, got a number of scope dogs over there, and some standing tortai. And we got ourselves some new friends in the forms of Chiriko and Shako from Votoms. So, let's go and deal with our enemy, shall we? Glad you're feeling a bit better, Kuro. Alright, so looking at our SR point and tap key bonuses. That's interesting. So, our invisible SR point is like we need to get defeat all enemies within 5 turns, and it says Chiriko and Shako must be the ones to finish enemies off. If you're talking about more than 12 episodes for Nocia, yes, it is getting more than 12 episodes. That is very much confirmed. It's getting like 20, 21 or something, 22, 23, 24, something along those lines. So don't worry about that, Kuro. However, our tech key bonus is defeat 2 enemies with Van. So, like, I'm not, like, obviously we're gonna run into more enemies later on, so I'm wondering if that's, like, later or something? I'm not sure. So, I'm just going to focus on the tech key side of things, because obviously we get the SR point regardless. So let's just get some kills with Van. Alright. So let's start moving down. Okay, you're a bit of a tanky boy there. Okay, you move there. Focus, persist, and bullseye. Alright, you move there. There. And you there. Go and turn. But yeah, I'm guessing they planned things out to have that many episodes. They've looked at the content of the game, decided how they want to adapt it, and be like, yeah, we can do it in this many episodes. So yeah, it's definitely an odd number of episodes, which sort of, going by the way that they've been treating things in the anime so far, with what I would call loving care and attention. They know what they're doing. Anyway. So, sort of barriers over there give us some bonuses. You've got support defend. That's good. Hey, over there. And you want some upgrades so you can handle things. Okay. This is fine. Diana. All I can do for you right now is fight. She like still in stasis or something?
That's a head shoulder. 玉よけぐらいにはなる。
俺の方も余裕はない。
Yeah.
こちらを舐めていたようだな。
Shurika, you wounded me here, buddy. Okay. These AT weapons deserve to be taken seriously, along with their pilot. Like this planet's whole civilization specializes in combat.
お前と遊んでいる暇はない。見えた。
I still think it's funny that they sent away the Getter to begin to Getter. Okay, you can get in over there. These guys move around on rolls left at their feet. Reminds me of the brownie.
すばしっぽい上戦い慣れしてやがる。
こ
be enough. Maybe it wouldn't be enough.
敵戦力の中間が相手かよ。
そういうのは通用しねえな。
There's a level for you. Now that Wise Man's gone, my duty as a soldier of Quent is over. Yep, so we've, it's very much definitely post TV series. Which means I can live as my heart dictates alongside my friends.
ここで叩く。あの野郎、よくもやりやがったな。AD にはおあつらい向きの獲物だ。
That's a nice rocket pointing up there. Do you have potential? Yeah, you do. Okay.
So こをどけ。
あの野郎、よくもやりやがったな。あいつはレッドショルダーか。
俺も死ぬ気はない。
You see a red shoulder? No, you don't. He's fine. Don't worry about him. Alright. So, end phase. It's gonna be pretty tricky to make sure that Shirako and Shako finish up the enemies in 5 turns, assuming the SR point is just referring to the first part of this battle.
すばしっこい上戦い慣れしてやがる。
一気に詰める。
Alright. Wall is cheaper.
クエントキンの AD。何も問題はない。仕掛ける。力をしていくか。
Everyone loves a power bunker.
ダメだ。期待を捨てるぞ。
If you're talking about what happened in Bondi, I am aware of that. And that's the nasty stuff. Look, I mean, I was just going to ask you if I wasn't aware of it. So... 52%, huh? Alright. Shako should be able to help defend for you. Oh, he's already hurt, but he's got wall up and a shield, so... Don't need it.
やらなければやられる。向こうも素人じゃねえな。
Alright. Now... Shoot this guy.
ガンダムファイトでなくともやることは一つ。俺のやり方が通用しないってのかよ。バララントの新兵器なのか。
That gun's a rattler.
どうした。それで精一杯か。
Yeah, that's better. Alright. Do that. That'll get Van his 2 kills.
そこから動くなよ。
Wonderful. What a wonderful man he is. I'm so delighted to find a visitor from Endless Illusion out here. Guess we'll find out more about what that's about later. Guess we're gonna go with that.
運のないやつだ。
Workless.
あいつはただの AT 乗りじゃねえ。あいつ波の AT 乗りじゃないぞ。間一髪か。
Let's make sure we get the kill, why not?
センサーに反応か。
せえ、七秒誤ったか。
Takes care of that. Now, all we have to do is yield and the battle's over. You sure that's a good idea, champ? This is a fixed fight. Part of me does want a real fight with that Chirico guy, I admit. But if I went toe to toe with him, one of us might not walk away alive. What the heck? What just happened? What in the world? It's Valorant! Valorant's here! So, Valorant is an interplanetary alliance and enemy of the Gilgamesh. They were behind in AT development at one point in time and suffered greatly for it, but gradually made a comeback, resulting in the ceasefire today. What the hell are they doing here? Which is the battling arena? Got nothing to do with the Gilgamesh army. Yeah, and the Interplanetary Alliance centered around Melkia. They have been at war with the Valorant for a very long time. Oh, don't worry about a thing. That's why I've got insurance lined up. Oh, it's us. We're insurance. Alright. Then you and you. I'm sure that the ceasefire will hold. This game is called Super Robot Diplomacy and Pacifism, after all. Let me just look at the stream title. Yeah. Yeah, Sophie. Absolutely. How you going, anyway? Hope you're doing alright. Okay. How do we want to deploy? If I'm there... Looks good. Whoa! It's a battleship! There's that giant red cheater AT again! Hey, Dumon. Then, need a lift? Your thing, Cheetah AT. I'll remember that one. Hey, Gotho! We'll take care of the trouble, just like our contract stipulates. I'm counting on you, Tochiro! Yeah, I understand that, Sophie. It's more that I wanted to do today, but I never did. We need to play some more Heaven Burns Red. They have their own battleship this whole time? Did it really come from some backwater planet called Arcadia? Hey, Kiriko, right? You guys should help us out if you want to get out of this alive. Roger that. Oh, that was easy. Not everybody is as contrary as you. At least some people have self-awareness. Not you, obviously. You know the deal, team. Our job is to beat up anyone who barges in and disrupts the battling. Never thought I'd end up being a bouncer at an arena in a whole other galaxy. They're pretty tiny though. It shouldn't be too hard. I wouldn't assume anything if I were you. Huh? Watch out, guys. These AT things are fundamentally different from Earth weapons. ATs. Both the greatest and the worst weapons produced in the Astragius galaxy. Rainy? Ma'am? Please keep your guard up. Alright. But you're gonna have to talk with me about, this stuff, you know. Alright. Defeat Arcadia, Chiriko, or Shako defeated. No worries. We can deal with that. So, what have we got here? All-purpose jet fighters. All-purpose jet fighter with the Valorant army. Though it is mostly used in battle within the atmosphere, it can be used in space too. Originally meant as an interceptor craft, it could also be used for reconnaissance. They're only ATs, if they were AT-ATs, they wouldn't be twice as bad. I mean, like, technically the AT-AT seems pretty bad, like from a design perspective. Like, it's a giant four-legged walker, alright? And it seems like it has difficulty, like, even turning. Like, the legs are huge vulnerable points, like, let alone, like, the toe cables. I could absolutely, like, blast out the joints or whatever. Yeah, as cool as the Battle of Hoth is, I'm not denying the coolness of it all, but from a practical standpoint, the AT-AT is even worse than the Tyranider. From a procurement and usage perspective. Garibs, eh? Alright. A miniature anti-AT armored vehicle of the Valorant army. It's used in a wide variety of situations, from providing support fire with its 37mm twin cannon to transporting troops. Honestly, don't sneeze at a 37mm cannon. Those are nasty. And, Betty! That's rude. An AT developed by the Valorant army in order to fight on equal grounds against the Gilgamesh army. Fatty is the derogatory nickname given by the Gilgamesh army, and its official name is actually Frogger. The nickname stems from its rotund appearance, a result of a not quite successful attempt at miniaturizing its engine and rocket propulsion tank in the torso. On the plus side, the thick armor to compensate makes for good defense. Though it doesn't have the roller dash mechanism, the large rocket nozzle on its back, as well as verniers on its shoulders, waists, and legs, give it great maneuverability in the air. Stable in troop attacks, it held its own against the Gilgamesh army's individualized ATs. Its main weapon is the recoilless catapult launcher, with the hard blade gun and other optional weapons. I'm pretty sure it's not actually used as a catapult, because, I don't know, I don't trust catapult to be an effective weapon in this circumstance. Alright, let's start moving in, shall we? Go. Alright. And you can fly a jet. Yeah. Okay. How fast are these guys? 6. Okay. Not super fast. You go on there. You go on there. You lot can stay on the field. A bit annoyed that these guys are going to get left behind, but oh well, it's something that happens, right? Alright. You're gonna regret this. Proud and teeny and cute. There's nothing cutesy about their strength, though. But I'm representing the Earth. Losing isn't an option for me.
奴らの機体は AT じゃないのか。
ティラネードに傷はつけさせないからいただくわよ。
Get wrecked.
死ぬかよ。死ぬかよ。
Guess you want some as well. Good luck.
経費節約のためにノーダメージでいかないと。狙いは決まった。
死ぬかよ。死ぬかよ。
Ah, you guys interrupting. You looking to start a new war or something? Get on board there. That's faster. No, it isn't. Do that. And okay. I'm not getting a kill regardless. Let's go with this. Go down a bullseye. Here we go. These guys have some serious combat instincts. Sense it. Looks like this planet is right smack dab in the middle of a war.
向かってくるやつには遠慮しねえぞ。レザー。俺のやり方が通用しないってのかよ。どこのどいつだか知らないがやるだけだ。聞かねえな。
Pathetic, buddy. Alright. Alright. Tally ho! And yeah, let's get a shot in on this guy.
軍に海賊のやり方を見せてやる。表現増速。砲撃準備。任せろ、ハロック。主砲発射。
I wonder where those top guns are going. Just fire them randomly. Probably the bottom ones up here, but here, unless you turn your ship around. Hey, that tank started it. If they're going to start things, and they have to realize that we're going to finish them. Even if I did go out here, Ruri would come to Eureka's rescue. But I still have to take him out personally. That's something to live for. Getting broadsided one day before retirement. I mean, it's his fault for being such a go-getter on his last day before retirement. You gotta take that easy. There we go. Maximum value. I'm out. There's no money in taking these guys out. Oh, come on. If it's money you want, you can always badger that Gotho guy. I don't know. That guy's a wily old fox. Could be one tough customer in negotiations. At the very least, there's no way in hell I'm letting myself die out here. I'll do the bare minimum it takes to not die. That's the spirit! We've got our own planes as well. Eat 50 cows, buddy. Hey. Got a good hit on you, so let's go for it. And actually, we're about to... A little bit of an Iskander look from Fate Zero. Obviously older, but it's got that sort of resemblance with his like auburn hair and beard. Finish this one up. Next up. Football. I know he's a boxer. I'm gonna keep on saying football. The Russian guy's a bit more football with that charge there. Oh hell yeah! That's a good defensive skill. All right. Next up. Go have a stab at this guy. Alright. Move down a fair bit here, actually. With that. Finish off that one. So we can grab a kill with Sagiri as well. He's almost at the Great Ace status.
軍人さんが相手でも引けない理由がある。メリルさん、ランチャーをお願いします。いい判断よ、ナミ。これで仕留めるわよ。死ぬかよ、死ぬかよ。
Army's getting wrecked. Really, I should have thought better.
道で重装甲厄介な相手だ。同じ場所にいると思うな。迎撃する。フィールド出力なんて仕掛ける。砕けろ。
That's a kill. And I don't think we'll be able to get a kill there, but let's shoot him.
敵戦力の中核が相手だ。
Yep, pretty much so, Pete.
下がってろ。
Imagine if we were up against like F-16s or something like that. That'd be amusing.
戦争をしたいな。相手をして。
Stack them out for Super Robot Wars.
早すぎる。動きが見えねえ。何なんだ奴らは。
そんなスピードじゃ追いつけないよ。うるさいわね。これでとどめよ。ノーベルラフ
野郎、よくもやりやがったな。バララントの新兵器なのか。
手を抜いてるならそのまま頼む。
I'd say give his reference latest weapon like their Valorant.
直撃させりゃいける。
That's a
そこだ。
that's a mistake.
首の皮一枚で繋がったか。
エティにはおあつらえ向きの獲物だ。
Looks like he's got like a speeding camera. One of those there's like radar guns that the police use to see if the car's going too fast.
発動が遅いぞ。このポンコツが。
Gigantic map in them. Yeah, have a look at it again, and see if you don't agree with me or anything. I suppose we've got his attack first. He gets the counter. Murder!
いい腕してやがるぜ。ミッションディスク。
Yeah, it looks like a radar gun.
それではカルロスは起きるな。
Right, you can finish this guy off. These are well-trained movements. Be in trouble if they surrounded me in larger numbers. That's the kind of tactics these AT weapons are meant for.
手合わせを願おう。よし、今こそ燃え上がれ。
I don't think any of my characters are speeding though, except for maybe Sagiri. She's rather fast.
俺のこの手が真っ赤に燃える勝利をつかめとただらき叫ぶバークレッツゴートゥティカ
And I'll just tell them that I don't believe in their government, and that as sovereign citizens of the universe, their laws don't apply to us. Fucking sovereign citizens. They just keep coming. They love fighting that much.
うじゃうじゃと数ばっか出してきやがって
So let us whatever.
目の周りだ
So that did nothing wrong. Another defensive ability. Okay, we got a tiny little bit more money. Let's see other people first. Alright. And do. Let's get them in combat. They're gonna have unique dialogue, I imagine. Oh no. Shaco doesn't.
そこか
Chirko probably does. We'll see.
AT 油断はできない
I don't know, he doesn't either.
その隙が命取りだ仕留める
Guess they fought enough to not care. Alright. 18. Finish this one. Actually, how about that one?
全力で叩きのめしてあげる。スパークニードル。全てはこの一撃に。はあ。ドクター。
Level up. Ooh, cheer. Excellent. That's a good one to have. I'm looking for someone with cheer. Hold up. Focus. And cheer. Go. Should get double XP from this now. That couldn't take the HRT injection.
行くぞガンダムローズゼススクリーマー
It could have been, I was gonna say it could have been... Actually, that doesn't work. Never mind. There we go. I then could have blessed you as well, but alas. Who have we got left? Just those two, huh? Alright. You can repair yourself. Repair Sharko. There we go. XP. Ah, just off. There we go. And we've got our ad break. So we're going to take a brief pause here, and we will be back in a couple of minutes, okay? See you shortly.
パンチ
Alright, and we're back. Let's resume, shall we? Oh, lots of people getting wall today, which I'm quite happy with. Wall's a good ability to have. Okay. You over here. And yeah, I guess you can just shoot this one down.
どいてもらおうぜ、軍人さん。俺は後で行く。おい。
戦いの基本教えてほしい。
女にリードされるのは性に合わん。
儲けは433。いいわね。
じゃあ仕留める俺が4だ。
Just a little bit, buddy. Just a little bit. Ah, that was more brutal than I was expecting. Domon was right. Those guys don't mess around. Their movements showed discipline. Those were military guys. Their ATs looked like different models than the ones people were using for battling. They, must be with a different faction. Seems like this planet's no stranger to war either. Hey! Thanks, Tochiro! You saved our bacon out there! Don't mention it, Gotho! So, about that payment? Yeah, I hear you. How about all of us get together and have a nice long talk? I know that look in his eye. He's planning to use these guys for a get-rich-quick scheme. Are we going to be knocking over a bank filled with valuable metals or something like that? Anyway. There's our reward, a range upskill program. Thank you. Gotho's hideout. This is more dingy than I was expecting, considering it's supposed to be doing better these days. You guys are packing some serious firepower. Maybe I'd give more credit to the skill of the people piloting the machines. Well, if this isn't a serendipitous meeting, I don't know what is. I'd like you guys to stick around and help a little longer. Nuts, old man! These guys look like bad news. It's all in how we use them. We can milk them for all they're worth, then drop them like hot potatoes. I can hear you, know. Just a little joke there, Captain. Let me set the record straight before we take any other jobs. We're from another galaxy. We got sent here by complete accident. Oh, hey, Harlock! You're spilling the beans just like that? This bunch of shady characters? Who better to share it with? A relationship built on lies will fall apart at the drop of a hat. And now that we've shared the truth, we can reasonably ask the same of them. Oh, nice one! Now, Captain. Oh, you, got me, Captain. If you're willing to go that far, I guess we'll have to do the same. We'll make this an equal partnership. Glad to hear it, Gotho. Seriously, though, you guys didn't even bat an eye when you heard we were from another galaxy. I knew something was up with you guys. Hard to believe anybody in Astragius could go their whole life without ever knowing what an AT is. Have you guys met people like us before? Nah, but it's not unheard of where we live. Yeah, for sure. Here in Astragius, Gilgamesh and Balarant are in a permanent state of war. Word has it that they're even at war with people from other galaxies. Intergalactic war? It's a mind-boggling scale. Well, now we've got an intergalactic pact of our own. We should throw a goodwill party. We made a mint thanks to Domon and Van. You can count us in. I'd love to join you. First, we get whisked to another galaxy, then we get hired as bouncers, and now we're all drinking together. Oh, this won't be a boring business trip, that's for sure. You the pilot of the Green AT? Yeah. What about it? Easy there, Frown Town. We just came over to say hi. You know, we fought together at all. You're the last guy to get up onto others for acting grumpy. I don't think he's even listening to us. He's not interested in engaging with other people at all. He's like a machine. You were a big help today. Thanks for that. Oh, you must be the other AT pilot. Yeah, my name's Rushako. This here's Chiriko. Chiriko, I made some coffee. Fiona doesn't have, get the fight. She doesn't have a voice. Oh, alright. Anyway, the first PS, or Perfect Soldier, created by the Gilgamesh Army, to have outstanding combat abilities and absolute obedience. Jujurium is needed to make her computer circuits, and is also indispensable for her continuous operation. When Chiriko accepted the assault operation on Asteroid Leader, the two met before the PS program could be implanted in her brain. Unbeknownst to her, Chiriko became a special existence to her as the first light she saw, eventually leading her to disobey orders and take independent action. She goes by various names including Elementary Object, PS, and Proto-1, but not any human names. Thus, Chiriko gave her the name Fiona on the spur of the moment. At Kumen, she joins up with Chiriko after breaking free of the Covert Society. Since then, her heart has always been with him. After Chiriko defeated Wise Man, they came to the realization that the current world has no place for them. They lay down in the hibernation capsule and lapse into a deep slumber dreaming of a world without war. So, Chiriko, I made some coffee. I'll have some. I'll be damned. He's got a human expression after all. Wait, what? He looks any different than he did 10 seconds ago. I sort of see what he means, though. He's got a softer atmosphere about him now. That lady must be special to him. Would you all like some? There's plenty to go around. Oh, sure. I'd appreciate it. You're gonna have to put up with us for the next while, it looks like. Looking forward to it. Hold on. You say we go to a whole other galaxy, and they just got coffee there. Is coffee a galactic standard or something? Or, is, something strange going on? Suit yourselves. He's freaking got a stride at him with coffee. I don't much care for your attitude. You don't get to complain, Van! He's right, though, you don't get to complain. With our visitors from another galaxy, things have suddenly become more boisterous. In the midst of all the clamor and noise, my mind was wandering in a labyrinth, no exit. Next time on Voton. Some drinks transcend galaxies and you. Alright, fair enough. You got a point there, wizard. And in this case, I will take the L. Even in a world where Wise Man is dead, there was no place, no peace for me or Fiona. Those who don't know who Wise Man is, the aggregation of the wills of Planet Quent's Overmen. They left their flesh and blood bodies and transferred their collective consciousness to a protoplasmic storage device. The Existence, also known as God, he controls the Astragius galaxy from the shadows. He planned to make Chiriko his successor, but Chiriko refused to be controlled and destroyed Wise Man's vitals. So yeah, he just went in there and pulled out God's cables, and God broke. The flame of Kiana's life was quietly dwindling down, soon to flicker out entirely. Was she literally dying? I've seen, like, the original Votoms. I know that there's, like, other content available for it, which I haven't watched. I'm wondering if that's getting covered at all, or anything like that. Anyway, side plan time. Wow, amazing. This is just incredible. Meryl's being loud. I just don't understand the swelling in my chest, Ed. Are your boobs getting bigger? Boobs? Boobs! Joshua? Boobs. Sorry! My mouth moved before my boobs did. I mean brain! And you, Ed. You're a young lady. You shouldn't use words like that. Oh, let Ed speak her mind, okay? Okay. What's got you so excited, Meryl? The more I look into these AT weapons, the more incredible they are. It's like they differ on a conceptual level from our own civilization's weapons. Yeah, good night, Kuro. Hope you sleep well. Their simple, bare-bones structure enables them to have high output and flexible maneuverability. By treating survivability as a trade-off, these weapons achieve high performance at a low cost. In one sense, they're the ultimate tools of war. I'm gonna dispute that. Do not treat survivability as a trade-off in your weapons of war. That's a good way to get your soldiers killed, and good soldiers are not replaceable. And it's also a way to reduce their morale if they know that they're going into weapons that they're not going to come home from, I guess. Just look at like Soviet bloc weapons, for instance, with the way that their tanks kind of explode. Sweeto neato. Putting aside Meryl's excitement for a moment, the WT's world is apparently not quite crap second for Meryl to have considered soldiers as fodder. Not replaceable yet! Corporate culture far too optimistic. Meryl looking for a job transfer into human resources, apparently. Joshua, were you able to figure anything out about the way Van's armor showed up? Not a thing, sadly. It was an enigma, even back when we were on Earth, and... boy, I'm just throwing my hands up. We know that it seems to use boasts on jumps, but... the jump from the Milky Way all the way to the Astragius galaxy is incredible. It's mind-boggling to us. All the battling spectators just took it and ran with it, huh? As far as they're concerned, it's probably all smoke and mirrors. I should add that Van's a smash hit after the show he put on today. Wow. Do we have a galactic star on our hands? Maybe we do. Out of all the battle photos I sold today, Vans were the hottest commodity by far. When were you doing that? My earnings translate to around $10,000 in Earth currency. Again, when were you doing that? Van's armor seems to hit just the right note for the people of Astragius. How did you find buyers already? By the way, Ed, what have you been doing on that computer? Kit Kat! With whom? Somebody named Frontier Setter. They're sending out messages to all kinds of places. That's not ominous at all. What an odd name. Anyway, 10,000 funds acquired. I'll take that. Let's go set out our sub-orders. Okay. Harlock, Apito, Mirror. Virma, Chirico, and Shaka. There we go. Go with them. And we'll also issue top orders along with your sub orders. I mean, you don't order tops around, right? Alright, looks good to me. Now, customization time. We are going to be upgrading you. Damn. Okay. With that, and that. There we are. And skills. Hit and run. And that's about all we can get. Get you ranged up as well. I do want to see about giving you some adaptability, however, or power parts related to it as well. Okay. The Scope Dog. Well, a lot of your weapons like have issues in terms of area, like space and air. And a lot of enemies are in space or air, so Arcadia would grab an A adapter from one of our other characters who are elsewhere. Grab the S adapter. Now grab the A adapter, I think. And grab it off the Rakylum. There we go. Now, piloting is still going to be an issue, but we can fix that. Cartridge, though, yes, because you're ammo-based. And other than that, that's about it, it seems. Okay. Well, that's that then. Next map it is. Oh, hey, hello. This was the other character that people were interested in, I believe. Angela Balzac from Expelled from Paradise. Coogie Ray, although they've not capitalized the K in your name. Oops.
攻撃対象を捕捉した。こちらアンジェラ・バルザック。攻撃を開始する。オートマチックスマートファイア。
Okay, yeah, now that sounds like Coogie Ray.
マテリアルボディでもいけるもんね。攻撃対象を捕捉した。
Alright, so Angela's real form in the cyber universe of Diva. Organally tall and fashionable, she finds the material body she uses to investigate Frontier Setter, a tad too childish for her liking. Okay. Well, I guess that's the Frontier Setter. So like, yeah, I've not watched Expelled from Paradise, so I don't know what's sort of going on or anything. She is an excellent system security officer and thus has acquired a lot of memory and has a high personality information density. So she's like a cybernetic life form then, huh? Alright. What kind of cyberverse is this, by the way? Like everyone's just walking around like half naked. A frickin' Mr. T over here. Citizen of the Cyberworld Diva, who tried to chat Angela up at the beach. Second Life. It's the metaverse. It's VR chat. Mind if I join you? Yeah, Second Life is actually like more competently done than metaverse. Like, let's not give that any credit. Like Cyberworld Diva. I saw you on this map yesterday, right? Real casual avatar you got there, but the information density is something else. You must have a ton of memory. Is that how I look? You one of those upper-class citizens? Just wondering why you didn't render a location on a nice private server. What the hell? Is it bugging? Someone or something's hacking into Diva. Back into the Second Life. Attention, human residents of Diva. I would like to ask you for your attention. I am Frontier Setter. Oh, sorry, this is not a computer voice, I don't think. I've interceded in your virtual world to show you the way to a new possibility. It's... Oh no! He's trying to make us touch glass! That's right. That strange character's the one behind the recent hacks at the Diva. Jeez! The system security is sitting on their butts! I speak to those who sought a new life in the cyberspace world of Diva. But first allow me to tell you of the Genesis Ark, a ship under my It's back to normal. Which means they probably got rid of that Frontier Setter guy. Frontier Setter is a missionary for a cult. Yeah, quite possibly. Reject computers. You gotta go outside. Go, be fruitful and multiply. And shit like that. So they finally caught him? Who knows? You hear that? Central System Security needs me. Did you just say... See? Vacation's over. I need to get going. Yeah, this looks better. Well, skin tight, so like cat suit or something, right? Just security's calling you? Who are you? Third Officer Angela Balzac. Don't make a joke about my name. That's Diva Security Officer. You know, the one you just insulted. Honest, I was just thinking of the composer. Diva Central System Security. Yeah, I mean, got a whole bunch of gods over here. That's, that all checks out, right? That makes the 184th cracking attempt by this so-called frontier setter. All of them through data links connecting Diva to the Earth's surface. Earth! In another galaxy. What if this is like a different Earth or what? It's our guess that the perpetrator is a surface dweller who was denied admission into Diva. So they wouldn't let him have an account on Second Life because he wasn't old enough, and decided to do a DDoS attack or something. I don't know. We must presume that their potential is greater than that of our defense system. Someone like that lives on Earth? We must admit that this was unanticipated. Merely enhancing security offers little hope of improving the situation. And thus, we must set our eyes upon tracking down Frontier Setter in the real world. Real world. What Diva calls the physical surface world. What they say when they mean to touch grass. While we've managed to pinpoint the source, anything further requires an investigation on the planet itself. Third Officer Angela Balzac, we would like to request your participation in this operation. Thank you for this extraordinary honor. You will be furnished with an Arhan exoskeleton, all options included. We've also requisitioned an on-site agent to act as your observer. But you'll have another mission as well. A target by the name of Kiriko Kuvi. Interesting. You must capture this man. Or, if you cannot, kill him. Understood. Guess, he's not gonna be joining us immediately. Gotho's hideout. Are you okay, Viana? Sorry, Kiriko. I didn't mean to worry you. We'll have the Jijirium soon. You'll feel better once we do. So we are going on a Jijirium raid, huh? I knew it! And that's basically one of the very first things that happened in Votom's going to steal a whole bunch of Jijirium. And we're doing it again! A semi-aqueous metal essential for making computer chips. It is extremely expensive, and it produces blue light when vaporized. People who have been modified into perfect soldiers require it to maintain their nervous systems. But... she's sick or something? Yeah. Have you taken her to a doctor? As if it could help. Well, how about a second opinion? Don't let the looks fool you. I'm qualified. You know, Kiriko, I'd just give it a shot. That's right. The doctor from another galaxy just might be the thing Viana needs. true enough. Are you sure you wouldn't mind, Rain? Not in the least. It's the least I can do after all the help you guys have given us. Hey, Kiriko. We need to get her to the Arcadia. Alright, Arcadia Sickbay. Turns out that there's a common material from our galaxy that will fix all of her problems. Always funny when people have like Millhouse, like pinpoint eyes. Look at this data. How's she looking? I've got a question for you first, Jericho. Fiana, what in the world is she? I mean, you could ask Fiana that question. She's right there. But actually, maybe she's unconscious. Every examination I've done has shown me that Earthlings and Astragians are surprisingly similar. But Fiana is different. It's pretty clear that her nervous system has been artificially enhanced. Perhaps her ill health is due to a lack of whatever transmission medium her enhancement requires. Yes, I could have told you that. That's why I said the doctors couldn't help, because I know what is wrong with her. Fiana's what we call a PS, a perfect soldier. Yeah, so. Humans with artificially enhanced physical strength and reaction speed stands for perfect soldier and was used for military purposes. Subjected to various forms of mind control, they are devoted to carrying out the mission. The downside is that they are mentally unstable. They also need to be irradiated with Jijirium periodically to maintain their nervous systems. If not, their bodies will become unable to move due to a lack of neurotransmitters. Perfect soldier. If it's exactly as it sounds, that would make her a sort of artificial U-type. That medium you're talking about is called Jijirium. Her nervous system is paralyzed unless she gets a regular dose of it. But you know how expensive Jijirium is? No matter how much you give her, she'll just keep getting sicker. Hey, old man, you better fix Fiana. I'm sorry to say that I'm not up to the task. Damn it! We get our hopes up for this! Calm down, Vanilla. There may not be much we can do on the Arcadia, but on my planet, in a place with the right facilities, just maybe. Are you sure? My planet's quite advanced when it comes to cyborg engineering. If only we could replace Fiana's entire nervous system with an artificial construct. Just rip out her skeleton and put a new skeleton in. He'll be like Wolverine. She wouldn't need the Jijirium anymore. She'd be saved. Yeah! We did it, Jericho! Let's hear 3 cheers for our saviors! Hold it right there. It's too early to celebrate. None of this is happening unless we find ourselves a way to get back to Earth. Right. We still don't know where our own galaxy is in relation to Astragius. We might be able to work something out if we use the battle data. Come to think of it, the Astragius galaxy was at war with another galaxy. Sounds like they were busy. Gilgamesh and Balaran battling it out in the Centennial War on top of fighting someone else? Yeah. So, the interplanetary war between the Gilgamesh and Balaran that tore the Astragius galaxy in half. In the beginning, the main tactic was planetary attacks. With the development of AT for battle, came a battle of suppression. As the name suggests, it lasted for 100 years, but nobody remembers why the war was even started. Civilians on both sides are impoverished by it. Yeah, you're telling me. But I thought that war was over already. It was nothing but a ceasefire. by the way, Valorant's mobilized? Is looking to get stormy again. Wise man was manipulating Astragius from the shadows. He died. But the war rages on. Diana was born to fight. I grew up in the fray. I thought the day would come when we could rest. Strangers from another galaxy gave us a slim hope. Even if it was just a glimmer, the only thing I could do was bet on it. Koba City. Dingo! Alright. The local agent contracted by Diva. As a surface observer, he is an excellent agent who has completed 18 surface missions for Diva's Security Bureau Information Department, but is often rebellious, and his misbehavior has made the Bureau view him as a danger. Teams up with Angela Balzac, sent by the Security Bureau, to track down Frontier Setter, the illegal hacker who has repeatedly attacked Diva's systems. He finds Diva's rigid measures emphasizing only efficiency as cold and artificial, and enlightens Angela on the laid-back way of doing things on Earth. He is dearly fond of classic rock, and sometimes sings while strumming the guitar. He is particularly fond of Eonian by Arise. Is that a real song? I mean, it's a song in universe. All right. Eonian Arise version, whatever. Anyway, his real name is Zarik Kajiwara, though, apparently, and Dingo's just a nickname. You must be Angela Balzac. Alright. Okay, so this is how her real life body looks instead of just her like cyber body.
こちらアンジェラ・バルザック攻撃を開始するオートマチックスマートファイヤーマテリアルボディでもいけるもんね攻撃対象を捕捉した
Yeah. System Security Third Officer protecting the cyber universe of Diva, she is dispatched to the real world to find the hacker attacking Diva. Psychologically, she is in her late 20s, but she was dispatched before other agents, so her material body had insufficient time to mature and appears much younger. She excels in cyberspace investigations and fighting with the exoskeletal powered unit Arhan. She is extremely ambitious and prizes efficiency above all else. Because of that, she is critical of local agent Dingo's laid-back attitude. The name's Zarik Kajiwara. Diva's got me registered as Dingo. Feels like a conceit to have an underage girl as your lead. I mean, I haven't watched Expelled from Paradise or anything like that. I can definitely understand why people would be concerned, though. Because, yeah. I mean, at least mentally, like, they established that she's, mid-20s. I'll be coming with you as your observer on this mission. Nice to meet you. Written Urabuchi. And yeah, he's done like Madoka and other things. I was freaking talking about it in... we were playing 100 Line, weren't we? Fuck. Remember the name off the top of my head now. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Codename Dingo. 18 service missions, completed for system security intelligence. Overall evaluation of S rank. You wouldn't even want to know how deep Diva went into their pockets for me. And a penchant for misconduct. Well, they've got my number. That's how I do things. But would you mind telling me why the atmosphere is so dusty? Talk about a letdown. I was expecting the real world to be something amazing. Right. You live in Diva's virtual world. Must be pretty different. Well, savoring that flavor's all part of the charm of the real. I don't have time for savoring. I want to make sure every second counts. So, you want to track down our uncanny cracker or this Chiriko Kubi guy? You know Chiriko's location, don't you? Well, I've had that since way before Diva contracted me for this job. Then we'll go after Chiriko. It'll be more efficient that way. Hold your horses. You know about his power, right? These past few days, he's been keeping some pretty odd company. Well, I've already checked the data on... Just a full stop there. Already checked the data on Chiriko Kubi at Diva. Gilgamesh 10th Mobile Space Force, 24th Melchian Division AT Unit, Enhanced Special Force X1, also known as the Red Shoulders. The Special Squad of the Gilgamesh Army's Melchior faction. Its official name is all that we just read. They are also nicknamed the Bloodthirsty Squad, members of great combat abilities. ATs they pilot have their red shoulders painted red. Have their right shoulders painted red, which is where the nickname comes from. Chiriko used to be a member of the Red Shoulders. When the seeds of fear planted when Neva fought against the Red Shoulders, he directed his grudge at Chiriko. What's that again? So, the AT pilots assigned to them have to be strong, especially in terms of endurance. It takes more than that. And what's that mean? I spent a whole fortnight tracking the guy's movements. He's got something that's not in the data. That's way too vague to be reliable. Suit yourself. Well, if we're after Chiriko, let's go get him. And looks like the Balarant will be after him too. But they have a truce. Why would the Balarant do that? It's a fuzzy situation. But time's of the essence here. And he's good enough to shake off other agents. He outmaneuvered them. You may not know this, but there's nothing more important to Diva residents than the memory we're comprised of. The amount of memory you get shows how much you've given to society. But no, it's everything about you. Your existence in the virtual world depends on the memory that calculates it. That's sounded a little bit T-Corpish. Like I'm imagining people running on, like, I don't know, like 64 megabytes of RAM or something like that, because they're not considered important, and everything's like going in slow motion. With memory, you can have a better life. Any pleasure you want. Worst case scenario, people with little to no memory get stuck with a slovenly appearance. Ugh. Give the shivers just picturing it. And for security officers, getting missions done means getting more memory. That's why I stopped growing this material body before it was finished. Yep, so, an organic body created for Diva agents when they need to descend to the surface. Using genetic information stored when they were digitized, an individually optimized flesh and blood body is created. Their data is then transferred to the body, which is how they can operate in the real world. Takes around 35 hours to grow an adult body, as shortening the growing time results in a younger body. Operators get a warning for doing that. I see. That would explain the youthful look. Thought you picked it on purpose. I am an adult. Oh, hold on! What's with you? It's not looking good. Oliver made the first move. Looks like they're trying to get the jump on Chiriko in town. And what are we standing around for? We need to join up with them and stop Chiriko ourselves. Are they telling me why Diva's after Chiriko while we're at it? Who cares? Diva picked him as a target. I don't need any more reason than that. I mean, basically anything you do in fiction is a conceit, right? Scenario 18! From cyberspace! Like, everything is ultimately a decision by the people who make it. Like, they're all characters at the end of the day who do their own things, and you, as the creator, are responsible for how they're created. You don't, sort of gets into sort of like Watsonian and Doyleist interpretations, right? Like, some people will make a Watsonian justification for things, like, it's justified in the story because of this, but obviously, like, the Doyleist one is, well, like, the author decided to do things this way. Oh, yeah. And, I mean, at least she seems to be, like, acting like... Not acting like a child. Like, they've established that she is mature, and, like, behaves like an adult. Look, like, I tend to think, like, it's worse when you have, like, the alleged 8,000-year-old vampire in the child in a child's body who acts like a child. Like, that's when they're truly trying to have their cake and eat it too. Because obviously, like, people have different body types. This depiction of her is kinder than how immature and tsundere she is in the movie. Alright. Yeah, 10,000-year-old dragon, 8,000-year-old vampire, like, all that sort of shit. Like, if you're clearly immature, then you're immature. Anyway, let's go start deploying some characters, shall we? Deploy them. Charco, Spike. Oh yeah, that. I've watched the first season of Dragon Maid. I did enjoy it. I heard that... Actually, I don't think I watched all of the first season. I think I watched some of it. Either way, do hear that it gets worse. And there's a... Quetzalcoatl, or whatever her name is, she's also problematic, with the way that she's obviously flirting with an underage child. Okay, so I wasn't wrong in thinking that Season 1 is good. Okay. Turn down in. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. As I said, like, I'm just saying what I've heard. I haven't seen Season 2, but I have heard people sort of, like, make comments on it, that it was not good, and, like, it's definitely got issues. Domod, obviously. I mean, I remember watching the anime for Usagi Drop, and I was like, oh, this is a great anime. I love Usagi Drop. And then I looked up the manga for it, and how that ended. Like, oh, fuck. What the fuck, man? Why would you do this? Okay, let's go here. And want one of them, or do we want? It was 100% the right choice for the anime to make. 110% the right choice. Okay. I should have double checked the Tech P. Okay, yeah, cool. All right. Well, lucky I was doing that anyway. Yeah, because we need Spike for this mission for a Tech P bonus. Okay. Oh. This looks fine. Okay. Valorant forces are approaching. And you're sure their target is here? Arkoba City? They're not going to do an overt act of aggression in the middle of an armistice, right? Got any better ideas? Ask them face to face. Attacking a city, though? That's evil, any way you slice it. And it's our duty to protect this town from the clutches of evil! Hey, Galaxy, we don't do that here. Justice is an everlasting truth, a presence that transcends the stars themselves. I don't know if it's all that. Listen up, people. We've already come to an agreement with the big names in town. Get a reward if the city's still standing. I want to see some hustle out there. And we'll be there to help. Alright, got ourselves some new supporters. Ah, these old dudes. I think they're trying to boss us around. Ah, don't mind at all. This is all about give and take. Stay on your toes. They're coming. Did they bring the whole army? Mobilizing a force like this in the middle of a ceasefire. Looks like to me, But Astragius Galaxy's got a real appetite for war. Chirico. He's all in on this one. Only hope Viana has for treatment is the Jijiriya. So, that's why he's fighting. Risking his skin for the paycheck, huh? Wrong, Spike. Not the money he's after. It's like my kind of guy. We back up Chirico and show them we mean business. I believe the Black AT and the Vanguard is the commanders. You need to be careful, sir. I hear you. Bunny, I get better on my bed at night. Ah, Neva, there we go. Chirico Kuvi. Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't recognize it, because they're from Big Battle, apparently, which I have not seen. Okay. He's got balls for a chin. Anyway, the Ballaran Army's PS. Having suffered injuries that pushed him to the brink of death during his time with the Red Shoulders, he harbors an intense desire for revenge against Chirico. Violent and brutal, he will do anything for victory. For China's intel, he sees the chance to be the Ballaran Army's first PS, going to the extent of becoming a modified human. He uses all means at his disposal to kill Chirico with his own hands, going as far as capturing Fiana as hostage and killing Boson, who was in charge of his maintenance, in order to take control of the land battleship. Well, he sounds like a lovely person right there. Anyway, we've got our ad break at the moment, so we're going to take a pause here, and we will be back in a few minutes, okay? Be right back. Alright, and we're back. Let's continue Super Robot Wars T, shall we? Here we go, Kuvi. Going to kill you with my own 2 hands. Alright, simple enough objective to beat all enemies. Arcadia Chirico defeated. And yes, that's going to happen. Let's... oh, hold on, let me, let's see who our supporter is with... there we go, Funds Finder. Hello! Funds acquired from destroying enemy units. Plus 20% for 1 turn. All allies. Thanks, people! Might have to sort of time that correctly if possible, but... yay! Love it. Alright. So we've got Neva in an Trevis. And yeah, combat program. Just to increase the accuracy, evasion, critical. And that's your final one as well, so... okay. So, the PS Specialized AT of the Balarant Army. Its controls are directly linked to the pilot's nervous system, so it has astounding reaction and maneuverability. The base is the Covert Society-designed Strike Dog, a unit that combines AT technology from both Balarant and Gilgamesh armies. Missiles and guns are inbuilt, and fights mainly with its right arm Pile Bunker, left arm Grab Claw, rather than with handheld firearms. Prototype unit gathered data by battling in Arkova under the ring name of Danger Melon. Danger Melon! Oh man, that's certainly a nickname right there. Okay. Yeah, so fatties, scarabs, and jet fighters. Nothing else. Okay. So, our SR point for this mission is to defeat this in 2 turns, apparently. That's... like a little bit tricky, I would say. You have to, like, really, like, dash in there and finish him off on the 2nd turn, because obviously we're not going to be able to get there in 1 turn. And Chirico should be able to get close, but... okay. Anyway... go... use an accelerate. Like literally go on board with everyone? Maybe not you, because you've got 12 movement due to an acceleration. Spirit Command. Over there. And yeah, you're also pretty fast. Board. Okay. And we get to sneak forward a little bit closer because of that. Sneaky, sneaky. Alright, over there. And phase. Alright. Focus up, please. Ow.
逃がさない。反応が遅いぞ、このポンコツが。
Out of range. You know what? We will defend. Rikokuri. Red Shoulder. Every breath you take is one more than you deserve, Red Shoulder. Man. Buys us the red shoulders. What if I made a mistake here? If I hadn't have gained that extra movement boost, if neither would have moved forward, now it's going to be even harder to sort of attack him. Watch out! Something's making its way here! The Valorant called it reinforcements? But the humanoid unit leading them! It's flying! That seems to be the case. Maybe not an AT. Looks like earth weaponry to me. You think maybe they got thrown here like we did? I don't think so. You know something about this, Shaco? I've seen plenty of battlefields in my time as a merc. Means seeing something like that a time or two. Which means Astragius is packing more than just AT. You taking good care of my AT? I added in a control unit and slaved it to my Ahan. As long as it's bulletproof, fine. And Chiriko Kubi's piloting that scope dog. That AT is your standard dog, but don't get cocky. You're one to talk. Looks like they're coming this way. Careful, Chiriko. It's going after you. I don't care who you are or where you came from. That red shoulder is mine. Chiriko Kubi, here I come. I'm gonna get some nice memory for this. There we go. Well, let's check out our enemies, shall we? And they classified as hostile? To each other, I mean. I know that slaved is a programming term. Yeah, I get you as well, Sophie. I understand that. And they've also got like male to female coupling as well, and that also seems needlessly sexual. Alright, so Scope Dog, Standing Tortoise, and we have the Ahan over here, eh? A big ol' X on you. A little bit egg-shaped. Anyway, you got a fighter spirit, ignore size and dash. What's your dealio? Looks like you got a barrier of some sort. Oh, jamming device. Okay. The exoskeletal powered suit used by System Security Officer Angela when she was dispatched to the real world. It was spherical while entering the atmosphere, but is humanoid when activated. Out astride like riding a bike when piloting it. Gee, I wonder why it's like riding a bike. Equipped with booster units with high output, it displays great mobility in space and on land. The ranged weapons built in its arms differ with each unit, including beam guns and miniguns, making it adaptable to all combat situations. And yeah, inertia is hard to overcome. It reminds me of an XKCD comic of like there being like 13 different standards. Someone decides they're going to make a universal standard, and then suddenly there's 14 different standards. The satellite communication antenna on its back is constantly connected to Thiva's network, supporting the pilot by backing up and gathering information. However, using it requires an online connection, so it is no different from a pile of scraps if its antenna is destroyed. Oh, lovely. It uses cloud computing. Oh, it's a mech designed by the Dutch. I feel like you probably shouldn't have your like military device powered by Starlink. That's not smart. Okay, so it's got a blade, a machine gun, and a beam machine gun. That ignores barriers, huh? Alright, fair enough. Be good when I get it. Okay. Anyway. I think that's active because you're not below 10% because you heal 10% every round, which is unfortunate. Basically means it's impossible for superhuman abilities to activate, really, except in the enemy's turn after getting hurt or something. Anyway, accelerate. Gonna bullseye it. Kind of mech is actually illegal to build in most US states. Because it's a bike. Hold on a second. Does that count for the enemy turn? Either way, we're activating it now. Like, we're pumping in all of our firepower on this guy anyway. He's got a 7,000 boost, so that'll help. Actually stronger than Angela. Alright. Let's go. Alright, let's shoot this guy. I don't care who it is. Anyone who gets in my way gets it. Move it! You'd have killed my red shoulder! I think his head's a bit broken. We got a good hit in there.
アが破られました。
この程度ならば耐えられる。
Mike's on the wrong side of the map, however. Happen to have accelerate. There we go. Alright. Move you in here. So I'm not going to go with the kill with Kiriko. We don't sort of like get anything special for taking him down with Kiriko specifically, so I won't worry about that.
手近なやつから片付ける。
Punch him!
間違いない。お前はデッドショルダーだ。奴はデッドショルダーだ。生かしておけない。こいつで口出しになるな。
Here comes the Goron Mark II.
マッスルシリンダーの一部が死んだか。
Okay, so is that activated your thing? Yeah, so now superhuman abilities is activated. Okay.
この戦い必ず勝つ。
覚悟してもらおう。
俺のこの手が真っ赤に燃える。勝利をつかめとただらき叫ぶ。バークレッツゴートゥピカー
Burn his ass. Well done.
間違いなく死ぬことになるぞ、貴様は。今度は俺の番だ。パイロットごとぶち抜いてやるぜ。
10手先の動きまで見切っている。
Okay. So I'm gonna go in with Sagiri because she's got fortune on herself. Ba-bum. 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 Let's take you down.
TS に勝って私が真のパーフェクトになる。
You're already perfect, Sagiri, don't worry about it. Alright, so that's that SR point. Should have cheered you. Oh well, it's fine. There we go, EXC +1 Sortie, max SP 75 on Sortie. Ugh. I'll leave things here for today. I've got myself a mission to finish first. Man, you wanted Chirico. It wasn't a mission. It's hate, pure and simple. He wasn't the first. He won't be the last. Chirico's got a lot of people after him. That's kind of his thing. Level up. That's not too bad. We'll take that. Okay. Right. Hit things in the air, and you should have moved it. Oh well. That's what I get for acting too fast. Okay. Let's have... You go after this guy. This guy's just a cheapo mook, weaker than Izaku. Yes. But still get something from the cheer, so why not? Build. You could shoot down that one. I'm really missing command auras though. At least with X we have Code Geass, who's got Lelouch. We've got Thalia, he's also got a command aura. We could just he'll sort of help out. But yeah. Elder Assault's cool, we like him. So he's fun. Like, yes, he's more of a side character super robot pilot than some others, but he's great. Amigo! I like him. I'll watch Gun's Sword one day.
数ばっか出してきやがって。
Just need a few more attacks and I'll go to soul. Let's move in. We've got some defense there, don't we? Yes, okay. There. Ankles. No. Yeah, spread out your fire a bit, I think. I mean, you could avoid it. Okay. Yeah. I have slightly stronger units on Angela's side because we've still got a buff character there, aka Angela. Whereas down over here, there's also like weaker characters. They're all literally Lukes. So we probably have like a lot of the cards over here, and they can deal with that. The Shuffle Alliance. That's what I was thinking of. I do like how his dodge also seems to like incorporate sort of like boxing, like bobbing and weaving. Just a nice little detail there. I'm gonna attack this guy.
どこのドイツだか知らないがやるだけだ。
よっしゃ、やっと本気になれそうだぜ。
Next, Rose. I like Gundam Rose, you've got bits. Bits are always good, especially with an AoE attack that doesn't hurt friends. Alright. In here... We'll do that. They're good.
騎士の剣を受けてもらいましょう。面白くなってきやがったぜ。どこのドイツだか知らないがやるだけだ。
あなたの攻撃には美学がない。
Next up. Oh. We'll just go down over here for you. Take a shot at that guy. Go for it. Now I'm hoping that the money support command that I put in also carries over to the enemy turn. Otherwise, there's been a... Otherwise, I've made a huge mistake in splitting my fire attack like that. You're in range, huh? Why not?
真っ向勝負。これでとどめよ。ノーベルラフー。
Oh, these guys are AI piloted, huh? Alright. Okay, so that's our turn, I think. Yep, that's everything. Alright, enemy turn. Might as well.
ちょこまかと鬱陶しい。ここはガンファイトだ。そうだ。
Okay, so I do think we're still getting the bonus if we got 1920 from that. Like double check that I don't have another sort of money bonus on from like purchasing with tech key. I kind of forget, but fine. I do like how Eldora Soul has 3 support defense. That's definitely something useful.
少し揺れたぐらいだ。 だか知らないがやるだけだ。アルカディア軍にここまでダメージを与えるか。
Not that much damage, Harlock. You're exaggerating. Taking like 2 rounds of missile attacks. You've taken a few knocks down. Well, you're able to repair yourself, so it's fine. I don't think the rose bits will be able to get a kill even on a crit. The rose gun reminds me a little bit of a Centauri from Babylon 5, actually. Now that I think about it. With that sort of like 18th, 19th century like regal appearance and sort of like a head crest as well. Lavender Ooze. Thank you very much for the raid. I do appreciate it. Hopefully your stream went well. Those that don't know me, I am Araxis Denacia, your revolutionary bartender. And as you can see, we are playing some Super Rebel Wars. Hopefully Trash Goblin was going well. Not familiar with that game. I assume there's goblins in it and they're collecting trash or something, or living in it, I don't know. Yeah, hope you had a lot of fun. And yeah, Babylon 5 mentioned. Babylon 5's great. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if people are familiar with it, but we're currently in the middle of a story arc involving the anime series Votoms and Expelled from Paradise. Cleaning and selling trinkets. Okay, so more sort of like going through like garbage and like I don't know, selling it at like the flea market or whatever. Yeah, I can see that being fun. Absolutely. Some good dodges there. Sizer definitely took a few hits early on, but he's figured out where they're going to be shooting and decided to not be there. Oh, yeah, I need to head up. Totally understand that. I know if I've been streaming for a while, then I usually can't sort of hang around in other people's streams after raiding, because, well, chances are if I'm ending the stream, it's because I need to go to bed or something. But I definitely appreciate the raid. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Okay, well, yeah, we'll be able to get a kill with Akito over here. But Noble to support if his evasion fails. I think he'll make it though. Yeah, he's got it.
相手の軌道を読めば突破する
Yeah, definitely glad to have Gotha, Vanilla, and Katona as supporters for the extra money that they sort of bring in. You do have to select time it right, obviously, and it's a little bit expensive, but extra money's extra money. Hey, Dr. Anime, how you going? Out of range, damn it. Okay. Far out of range. Yeah, just like one square out of range, unfortunately. Oh well, it happens. Yeah, just evade.
その程度のスピードならば同じ場所にいると思うな位置取りをしくじった結果か
Yeah, that's out of range. Yeah, Shin Geta, not exactly known for being a long-range sniper or anything.
相変わらず悪い癖が治ってないな。
うるせえよ黙ってみてな何反撃できねえだと
Alright, just charge in. Just charge it. Ah, still out of range.
奴の動きただものじゃない
もうやだ当たっちゃった
Well, that's why we've got to support defend, I guess. Sometimes you get unlucky. Okay, here we go. How much damage do these guys do? Guess we won't find out because we'll dodge it.
戦争のプロフェッショナル侮れんなるぞ押し返すぞ最大出力で仕留める
Oh, nice. Good crit. Absolutely appreciate that. Take you down. Alright, they're out of range. Okay, got ourselves a shoot down chance here. Higiri can defend if this fatty happens to hit, which it doesn't. Priscilla doing just fine. Hopefully, he doesn't get XCOM.
それ乱れ打ち
Oh god, I was right to attack the standing tortoise. Not enough damage to not be able to take you down.
確実に落とす
Hardly any damage. I appreciate that. Okay. There we go. Angela's probably going to be attacking shortly. Here we go. Alright. Hey, Cat Dad. How you going? Okay, so... I'm going to activate that, I think. Let's actually make sure that we hit her. That suit. I don't remember seeing it in Diva's data. But I have a job. I have to do this. A security officer's job is to carry out the mission.
データ照合
Hello,
から
new
サイ
viewer.
ロへ行こ
Potentially new
う。
friend.
何かがわかるはず。見つけた。
Good news and bad news. Good news. Mobile Suit Patlabor XYZ for 2026-2077.
反撃させて
Bad news. Only 8 episode over. Oh, and thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Fox Shrine. Hope you enjoy your stay.
砕けろ
It's time to watch Patlabor. I've got the DVDs, I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
状況を確認。まだ焦る必要はない。
What? Well, no, I've watched a few episodes, like maybe 5 episodes or so. What the heck is with these guys? And how does Diva not have data on any of them? And you, Kiriko Kubi, you do have something that's not in the data. I'm gonna need to work on my plan if I want to pull this thing off. Oh, she's just... What the heck was that? It just ran off. Me? Who knows? Can't quite put a finger on it, but I think we've got a lot in common. I needed to attack you with Spike, damn it! Didn't know she was going to run like that. Oh, hey there, Senpai. Thank you very much for the redeem. Yeah, I think, so, I know that we only just recently got a raid, but it is about time for me to start wrapping things up, unfortunately. We missed out on our TAC P bonus, which is unfortunate. Should be able to getting to half. I don't know, do I did save just before then, didn't I? Hold on. Let's just fast forward. Whoopsie gravy indeed. I'm gonna go and get a drink though, because those redeems are telling me to drink things. So give me a moment. I'm gonna go and get a drink, and then we're gonna fast forward that and see if we can stop her from running away. Actually, no, I don't need to get a drink. I've got a drink right here. I'm safe. Alright, drink. Let's stretch a little bit. Okay. There we go. Yeah, important would be the redeems. Okay, so end phase, and we're just gonna fast forward through these. So demo off. I will bullseye this. There we go. Okay. Ow. Okay, yeah, finish you off. Never noticed mecha anime we get less this year? I don't know. We did get a Gundam this year. Wasn't exactly satisfied with it. I still haven't finished it because I didn't enjoy where it was going. Doesn't matter. We got Nausea this year. If you haven't been watching Nocia, I do recommend that. That's a really good anime. Yeah. I'll finish it eventually. I genuinely only have like a few episodes left of G-Quacks. And absolutely wizard. Like, I'm a huge fan of the game. I actually streamed it when it first came out on Twitch, and then I rebought the game on PC because I prefer playing on PC anyway, and I wanted to support the developers. And I was admittedly a little bit concerned that the anime would be sort of like a half-hearted adaptation, I guess. I didn't realize the game that the staff at Aniplex were playing, that they were all huge fans of Nocia, and not just fans of it, but they understood what they were doing with it. So the adaptation, like, is a very faithful adaptation, while not being a direct adaptation, and I am really getting a huge kick out of it. I love it. I've definitely been encouraging people to play the game and watch the anime. Yep, there we go, there's a dodge. Okay, yeah, finish them off as well. To those who don't know Nocia, it's essentially a single-player werewolf game set in space. A lot of people like make jokes about it being like a story based Among Us. Technically, the game came out like a couple of months after Among Us or something, before it became popular. It was in development a long time beforehand. Leave Domerica deserves more credit than just Aniplex, as they're doing the animation. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Credit all the people involved in it. I know that there's like one specific person who like reached out to the Nocia developers and basically made it their passion project. But like, I don't believe in like Great Man or auteur theory or anything like that. These sorts of things are a group project, and like everybody involved in it is putting their all into it, and they're doing great. So 100%. Thank you everyone for the work that you put into it. Whether it's the animation, the voice work, the music, just everything about it. This one happened last time? Oh, great, in theory, yeah, like, absolutely. I don't buy into it. Okay. Oh man, there's so many Western mergers going on as well at the moment with Warner Brothers. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Director from Nocia is from Domerica. Gotcha. Okay, so we are not attacking here. We are simply going to defend. and see if that works out for us. Yeah, okay.
任務遂行の障害はさっさと排除する。見つけた。こっちには演算バックアップがある。意地でも無駄玉は使わない。一気
Kuki Ray's trying to kill us. Okay, cool. She didn't run away this time. Alright. So, now we can wrap things up. And we'll come back to Super Robot Wars T next week.
みんな元気？私は元気。元気な私の名前はウェンディ・ギャレット。
What happened to you, Wendy?
略してウギャー。お願いだから略さないでね。
Ray not impressed.
ほらレイさんもこういう場所ではもっと弾けないと。
しかし
元気なレイさんの名前はレイラングレン。略してレンレン。はい、やってみて。
You can call me Ray, and you can call me Jay.
略してこんなの乗せられてもう人じゃねえな。
ここはもう墓場だ。
Alright. So yeah, thank you again for tuning in, everyone. Hopefully, that was something that people enjoyed. As for what I am doing next week, I haven't quite arranged my schedule yet, though I will be joining Callista Dragon Soul on Thursday, while she plays through the game Gnosia. I kind of pulled her kicking and screaming into the Gnosia bandwagon by strongly encouraging her to watch the anime. And then when it was her birthday, I bought her the game as well. So now she's streaming the game. So yeah, I'm joining her in for that. Sunday I should be doing some more Super Robot Wars T as well. And I'll try and squeak in a 100-line stream somewhere during the week as well. So I'll just have to go and check my work schedule and see, just see how things work out, okay? So, we're going to go and raid somebody now. So let's see who is streaming what at the moment. Okay, let's see who is streaming what. Okay. Alright. Let's go and raid Don Koala. We haven't raided him for a while. There we go. And Don is playing some Jurassic World Evolution 3. And I do like my management games. I've not played the Jurassic World Evolution games, but they look a lot like Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, just sort of updated in terms of graphics. Not sure if anyone remembers that game or anything, but I did enjoy that a lot at the time. So yeah, let's pop in over there and go say hello. Okay? Thank you very much, and good night. See ya.